Hi, this is part 5 of Taiji Faucet application. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create multiple single page applications and render them from the same Light Router instance. This means we are going to create a virtual host on the Light Router instance so that the multi-domains can be served from the same API Light Router instance, and those single page applications, they will call their corresponding APIs served by the Light Router. First, let's take a look at the configuration on the NetworkNT Light config test. We have created this directory called virtual host. Within this directory, you can see we have a Docker Compose. Within this Docker Compose file, we just use the latest version of the Light Router image, and the mapped port number is 8443, and the configuration mapped to the local configuration. And there's another 3 folders mapped into the container, which is Edible Forest Garden /build, mapped into Edible Forest Garden /build inside the container. And the Light API, as well as the Taiji /build, they all map into the container. If you look into the configuration, this is the one when we need to pay attention. This is the handler.yaml. In the previous video, we use a pass handler resource. Now, if you look at here, we have changed a little bit. We are using virtual host handler, and we give the alias name virtual. And for the default handlers, we're going to call virtual. Basically, if you have all other paths defined in this area, it will call APIs like faucet address and health check, as well as server info. For other paths which is not defined in this section, this will be default handler, which is a virtual host handler. If you look at this virtual host configuration, you can see we have domain defined for each individual domain with the full domain name, and you have the path for this particular domain. Normally it's just a slash, meaning you type the host name in the browser, it will be rendered from the root. For every domain, you have defined the base, which is mapped in the Docker Compose. You have some other parameters like transfer minimum size and directory list enabled true or false. We have 3 domains defined here. One is www.edibleforestgarden.ca. The other one is taiji.io and lightapi.net. In fact, I'm going to use the portal instance of the our VM to render those 3 websites so that we can save some the resource in the future. Other configuration, they are almost the same like the previous one. There are no difference. You have this configuration for the console lookup. You need to have a client.yaml and client trust store, which contains certificate to console and the backend service. For server, you have HTTPS and HTTP2 enabled. Yeah, that's pretty much like all the configuration. The next thing we need to walk through is all those 3 applications we put there, single page applications. If you go to this folder, you can see we created a React application using the create React app. And after the application is created, what you do is you run yarn build. It will create a build folder in your local in this directory, and that build folder will be mapped into the container to render the application. Light API is the same. We made a little bit change like in this app.js. So here you can see we for Light API we use a Light API portal, and if you go to Idaho Forest Garden, you can see app.js. We made some change to something like this, Idaho Forest Garden, and another application, which is a Taiji blockchain. We made some change here in the app. It's a Taiji blockchain. So when we start rendering those 3 different sites, you can see the difference from 3 different browser sessions. In order to support virtual host, you really need a domain name. On my local, I don't have DNS server available. So what I do is I changed /etc hosts. So you can see here I have localhost 127.0.0.1 mapped to www.idahoforestgarden.ca, taiji.io, and lightapi.net. For your real website, you need to change your DNS name to pointing multiple domain names to the same IP address. Now we have everything set up. Let's start the Docker Compose. Okay. Now we are in the folder, and if you go to each individual application folder, you can see we have this build folder already there, meaning I've already run the build myself. But if you don't, like after you check out the repository from a Network-NT organization, you just need to have this yarn build. It will create this build directory like from the source code. So now we have everything there already. So let's just start the Docker Compose. We run Docker Compose up. It will bring a Light Router instance. And when we go to different domains, you can see refresh. This is a lightapi.net, and you can see it's displayed the Light API portal. This is another domain. I will refresh, and you can see Idaho Forest Garden. The third domain, it will say like Taiji blockchain. So you can refresh all of them. Like I just previously started those applications. You can also copy this to start another instance. It will be the same. So this tutorial just give you an idea, like you can use the same Lite4j instance to serve multiple domains, single page applications. Doesn't matter like how you build your applications. You can use Angular, React, any kind of like JavaScript framework. And all of them can be rendered by the same instance of a Lite4j application. Yeah, thank you. Bye.